Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lando's Lessons. It is good to see you again. Had a good week. Apologize for the 1 week video, but in all honesty, the last video was probably worth two videos. It was a good lesson and good message. So, got a what probably ended up being relatively quick compared to the last one, but is just as important, if not more important. So basically, we continue to go through life, day by day, month by month, year by year. It's never going to end until our final day, and with that comes aging and growth and development, and it, it it's it just increases in speed seemingly. Like it doesn't stop for anyone, obviously, but it just seems like it's going faster and faster and faster. And I had a thought recently, and it was a memory of some friends I was talking to. And I come from a relatively young family. I was born young, when my parents were young, and I had some friends who come from an older set of parents, and they were discussing the changes of their parents getting older and things of that nature, and just that shift when you start to realize that they aren't who they once were, physically, mentally, what have you. And now I am getting to that point. I'm seeing the changes physically. I'm seeing certain things mentally. I am having certain conversations, even that are just reminders of how much time has passed. And it's one very easy to get caught up in the wasted time, the time that you wish you could take back. That's something that honestly might be discussed in another video, but I'll say quickly here that there's no point in looking at that or thinking about that, because there's no miracle that's going to give you that back. At the end of the day, the most valuable thing, as we've all heard, is time. No matter what you focus on in life, no matter where you put your attention, there's one thing that everyone craves and everyone wishes they can get back and get more of, and it's time. No matter how much money you have, no matter how many people are surrounding you with love or whatever, you need time to be able to appreciate whatever you have or whatever you want. So, with that said, having conversations now with certain members of the family, the grandparents of the world, parents, things of that nature, and even peers, and it's a rude awakening. You talk to peers, and they tell you about their health issues and things they're going through, things that are catching up to them now that they're older, from previous stunts, from sports, from just going hard when they were younger, and it all, of course, catches up to you. But what made me think about doing this video were conversations having with you know older family members, parents, things of that nature, where they're talking about their not opinions, their wishes when they get older, where they'd like to be, where how they'd like to be treated, how they'd like to be taken care of. For some of the older folks in my family, I've already heard things like, I'd like to give you this when I pass away. I want to make sure that this goes to you. And it's just like, man, we're already having this conversation. But at the end of the day, yeah, we have to. And to be fair, if we really thought about it, tomorrow's never guaranteed. So this conversation could have been had earlier. But with the passing of all this time, with the aging that never ceases, it's just a reminder, to enjoy every single moment, because man, does it just keep moving fast. And as much as, like I said previously, if you want to look back on missed opportunities and lost time and what have you, you're more than welcome to. But that's just going to create more wasted time, because you're going to be so focused on the past, you're going to miss the present. And if you're going to be so focused on missing the present, you're going to miss the future opportunities. So let that go. Try not to focus on it for too long, because it's okay to have those thoughts. It's natural to have those thoughts. But don't let that hinder you from making sure that you are in the present moment and that you are enjoying every minute that you have. But when those conversations come up, take pride and be happy that you could have that conversation. That's what I had to realize when I was really hyper focused on the fact that these conversations happen, because there are so many people who don't get to have that talk, whose lives are cut short, who are gone in a flash, in an instant, and they're just here 1 second and gone the next. So it's easy, and it's widely known to enjoy every moment and be in the present. But even when things get a little bit awkward, when you're having conversations about a nearby or distant future, which is, what we all hope for and pray for, it's a blessing to be able to have that conversation, even if it is awkward and downright scary to think about. I don't want to think about, when my parents might be immobile or get really ill or lose their mental capabilities. I'm blessed to have most of my grandparents, and I'm scared of the day I lose them. I worry about my friends and my fellow peers who are going through issues already at an age that, in all honesty, seems really early. It's a lot to handle. It's a lot to take on mentally. But still, with that in mind, look at it as a blessing to be able to have that talk, to be able to share that moment. Because once again, not everyone gets to. These things are blessings, whether they feel like it or not. Don't disregard them. Embrace them. Dive into the situation. Ask questions. Give what-if scenarios. You'd rather have the conversation now than wonder what if later. You'd rather have the conversation now than be completely lost if something happens unexpectedly. And while I don't know how you would even go about bringing up this type of conversation naturally yourself, if you are presented with it, take advantage of these moments. Make sure you dive into it and have that brutally honest conversation, so that not only do you feel reassured, but the person who brought it up, that loved one that had enough faith and trust and love to have the spark up that conversation, feels even more relief. Because there's a reason why they decided to talk to you. There's a reason why they brought it up out of the blue. It's something that they really cared about, that they wanted to make sure that they let you know in case something happened. So, yeah, the things that we know, cherish every moment, enjoy, be there in the present. Don't let anything slip by that you can't avoid. Also, when it comes to having these thoughts, don't focus on the past missed opportunities. Don't wish you could get certain things back. Make sure you're living in the present so you don't have to have those thoughts, because those moments are dead and gone, unfortunately, until someone invents a time machine, which, honestly, not sure if I want that to happen. Too many idiots out there. And then, most importantly, when these conversations come up, when that loved one has the cojones to bring this up out of the blue, realize that it is a true and utter blessing that they did so, and take full advantage of it. Dive on in, ask more questions, and share that moment so that they are reassured, so that they feel like when that time comes, they're going to be taken care of, that they're not going to have to question what's going to happen, that they know that as they took care of you, you'll be there to take care of them, because that's what it's all about. Paying it forward, giving back to the ones who truly love you through thick and thin. That's what started my transition. My why was because I wanted to be there for the people I care about. I wanted to be there for my family, my parents, my sister. I wanted to be a better person. I wanted to be a better friend to the people who deserved it. And that was going to take some work. That was going to take some time alone to figure stuff out, because otherwise would have fell into the same habits. So know that you're loved. Know that you're strong. Know that you can do anything that you set your mind to. And I really look forward to the next one. I'll do another video this week, so I'll probably see y'all near the end of the week. I look forward to it, and I hope that you take everything I said to heart. Make sure that you have these conversations when they come up, and if you're strong enough, don't be afraid to start the conversation yourself. You take care now. Bye.